Blah. Okay, this is going to be a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, are you okay? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for Spoken Heard Open Mic here at Kickbutt Coffee in Austin, Texas? I'm Ernie B, and here's your host, Lost in Thought, and the lovely Hot Tamale. Wait, hold on.
Check it.
Check.
I only have one iPad, so it takes me longer to switch between, mixer settings and playback settings and lighting settings and. Okay.
Should we start the thing since we're running late?
Yes.
What's happening, Kickbutt? You're about to witness the baddest open mic in the ATX. Spoken and Heard live every Sunday night at Kickbutt Coffee, Music, and
Sunday afternoon.
That's right. This is not your average ordinary coffee shop. We do have a full bar. And behind the bar tonight, we have the Viking Danimal, who will keep you fed, caffeinated, and
buzzed.
But nothing shows your undying love and affection to your bartender like what? Tips. Tip. Just the tip. Tip your bartender. Yes, I already went there. Tip your bartender. And the special tonight, mixed wells, $4.25. Get your antioxidants and your booze at the same time. And just to let you know, okay, Ernie B, did you say the QR codes were already in the bathrooms?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. If you see a QR code for the brand new menu, scan it with your phone and you can read the menu to your heart's content. And all three hosts have drinks named after them.
There's so many new drinks on the menu that Goring had to reduce the font size.
Wow.
To get them all to fit.
12 pages.
Yeah.
No.
No, seriously, he did.
And Lost in Thought he's got a spike shake called the Lost in Thought Brain Blender. Ernie B, that's like 3 liquors, so you need to be careful with that. You really will get your brain blended. And the Ernie B has the Ernie B Power Up Shot.
Yes, I'm going to need one right now because it might as well be 5 a.m. for me. You know, I don't know if I'm going to make it, man.
You can do it, man. You can do it. Yep, we have faith in you. And I have the Hot Tamale Hot Cocoa, which is basically a play off of Mexican hot chocolate. But instead of cinnamon, it's Fireball. Try it if you dare. But if it's 105 outside, you might want to wait till November. Okay, Lost in Thought. Should we do the rules?
Yes.
Okay, what is rule? Let me quiz you. What is rule number 1?
Don't call them rules. Call them guidelines.
Guidelines.
Okay, guidelines.
Rules sounds so like don't do this.
My bad. Suggestions.
I guess we can start with the fun one first, which is pimp yourself.
Pimp yourself. Yes, that's good. If you are going to be headlining at the Paramount, if you have a book, let us know. If you have a podcast, let us know. This is the time to pimp your product while you are up here.
And can you swear?
Fuck. Lost in Thought. I don't know. Can we fucking swear?
I don't fucking know.
I think that's a yes. All right. I mean, we understand in your creative process, it's going to happen. So.
Man, my ears are kind of throwing me off. The show last night was so loud.
Yeah.
Now this seems like it doesn't even feel like the sound system is on.
And you're hearing.
I'm serious. It was loud. It was loud last night, right? Like, damn, man.
Okay, Whew. And since we're looking like a little slender crowd tonight. Today, sorry.
Look outside. Does it look like tonight outside? No.
With the lights in my eyes, it's nighttime.
Remember,
baby.
it's 1 billion degrees outside.
Yeah, I know it is. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 songs or 5 minutes. You know, whether you're comedian, poet, or musician, 2 songs or 5 minutes. Okay, Lost in Thought.
And
don't be doing no Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner or with 13 verses and stuff.
Yeah, no, let's not do that.
And then there's respecting the stage.
Respect the stage. Don't be like talking to the person next to you while someone's trying to like bare their soul in their poetry.
How?
I don't do instant replays. Okay, but as Lost in Thought says,
we love audience participation. We really do. But read the room.
Read the room. Don't be heckling somebody while they're up here talking about their dead grandmother.
Or like in the words of our founder Joby, Respect the poet.
Respect the poet.
poet.
Absolutely.
Well,
So-
we actually have so many varying artists now, so.
Yeah, we do. We really do. We have
Yeah,
poets.
yeah, it's not really.
comics,
It's not necessarily a
Poetry.
poet open mic. It's a variety show anymore. You know, it's like poets, musicians, comedians.
Hey, if somebody brought in their very well trained pet and did stupid pet tricks or something,
I would watch
no
that.
disrespect to David Letterman.
That would be adorable.
That would be cool. As long
yeah.
as they don't go up on the stage.
We did have a magician here one time.
That was cool.
Oh,
He was good, but he had to work on his sleight of hand.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
see what he was doing. It was like, oh man, that would have been a great trick if you could just work on the hand. You know, like, oh, I see how you
Kind
did
of like
that.
ventriloquist. Okay, but let's go ahead and start the show.
Kind of like a choke list?
A ventriloquist.
Oh, okay.
Go get your ears cleaned out. Who's first?
Okay. Who is first? We have the man in white.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes, he has
Yeah.
traded his traffic cone outfit.
he traded in this traffic cone.
for
Hey, can I get a
a
rebate? on-
milkman outfit. Just kidding. Give it up for Tom,
Tom Moon.
Bird.
If you've ever been here before, you know what to do. Come on up on stage right now. Come on up, Mark. Come on up, Teresa. Come on. Yeah, we got a spare mic here. The reason being that white is the Chinese color for death. I've been to 3 funerals this week, and I don't want to go to any more. Come on up. The audiences are a waste of time. Just sit there consuming. Come on, bring up. There's more fun outside up here. That's the idea. Now, this mic is completely open. This one is filled with this guy rattling on. It's brought to you by the letter U today. I'm talking about post-Uvalde, and I'm talking about Ukraine. You, of course, every one of you, use that mic any chance you get. It's a letter U. Come on. This is a very special afternoon because it's the last open mic that Teresa of Austin Rise Roulette will actually be at. Now, I'm not applauding her going. I really wanted to stay, but this town is like a parking meter. You can't afford to breathe here, can you? Say something, someone. Why are you here? Who are you? Come on, use the mic.
My name's Nino. That's who I am.
Okay, great. That was very concise. Hope. Do you have hope? Come on.
My name is Marquise.
Excellent, Mark. This man has many stories, but their life is short for a haiku. Anyone else out there got a life? Yes.
Hi, I go by the moniker, and I'm a rapper and DJ.
Excellent, wonderful. 2 things at once. Now, people say, what are we going to do? What can poetry do for you? It can eulogize. It can sympathize. Right now, we have 2 people who know when I say Brian Lamont, or 3 people who know Brian Lamont. This is a memorial space for him because he was one of the most profound contributors to this circle of light that was ever found. Now, I know you're all vampires, and being by daylight is not the appropriate time or space, but this is a sanctuary for free speech. Freedom of speech, freedom of association. You may say it don't exist anymore, but they do here at Spoken and Heard. Now, do you want to tell them about Brian? Hope? Yeah, because you were really close to him. I'm not living in the past, but this person was real.
Brian is still here. I mean, I can feel him, like, as we're standing here, through my feet, I can hear his laugh. He's still here.
Right. Now, Hot Tamale has got Brian on her hat, right? And Teresa was going to wear the picture of Brian. This is not Brian Memorial, but it's for Brian Remembrance because he's gone. He's here, but he's gone. And Teresa is leaving today. Teresa, would you share us what you've done for 8 years?
For 8 years, I was the producer, host, and everything for Austin Writers Roulette. I wish I had a partner putting that together, but anyway,
Yeah.
I guess I could
You
shout
did.
out for Malvern Books because
Yes.
they did the videos, so that's why we can hear Brian's laughter and
Right.
finger snaps. I don't even know how he could snap that
Yep. He
loudly,
could snap. He had
but
knives
yeah.
with him. He was a chef.
It must have been all the drugs.
Oh, all the drugs.
That's all, you know, I think about,
All of the above. That's
And Juanita, his yellow Jeep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
His yellow Jeep was something that people stole from constantly, and he didn't mind.
Well, it had no locked doors.
He had no
so
locked doors
it
at
was
all
easy
on
to
his life
steal
either.
from.
You just walk into his place, and there he was. You
Yeah.
could stay there.
Yeah.
Brian was unique. I only say this because everyone here is unique, and they've all got their own stories. And this is like a particle of a molecule of the full Penelope of the universe that you're going to hear. But I want to praise Teresa while she's here because holding an open mic together is an act of love. It's like running a library or a bookstore, independent bookstore,
And a daycare.
and a daycare all at once. You're a menagerie of diversities, and that's what this place is. It's a place that allows everyone to express themselves as much as you can, uncensored way, which Austin Rise Roulette did. It had all forms of expression, particularly storytelling. Do you want to tell the story?
Let's see, the story of how I kept the roulette together. We went through 3 different venues, and you went to every single one of them.
Every single one.
And that was amazing.
Freedom of speech.
Well, and organization.
Yep.
I know. You remember how I had those little business cards
Yes.
printed up?
Yep.
And I give them out to people the December before the next year because
Correct.
I was a math and science teacher when I started the roulette, and I was like, here's your homework.
Exactly.
I've given you your assignments.
It was a theme
So you
reading.
know.
We had to focus on the
Up to the
particular
thing.
theme.
Yeah.
And they were magnificent themes. And
So
we're
the
all-
theme for
Yeah.
me today is being priced out of the city. That's part of
That's
the
it.
reason why I'm leaving.
particular. for all of us.
40% raise in rents. I don't know
Crazy,
if any of
crazy.
you know that, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're in an Austin bubble, not like these bubbles of joy, but a bubble of artificially inflated property values,
Yep.
which also simultaneously has 4,000 people sleeping rough on the streets, even though 2 motions for the city council have given millions of dollars towards fixing it and it hasn't been fixed. Now, if ever you've slept rough, you know quite well this is not a friendly city to be homeless in. It's too hot, people is too aggressive, the traffic is insane, and we love the springs and the trees and the human beings, but Austin has changed. And that's why I'm so sorry to lose you, but you gave a lot to Austin. You gave a lot to the metaphor.
North Kakalaki.
North Carolina.
Oh, where is that? North Carolina. Nobody knows the nickname North
No,
Kakalaki.
they
That's
don't.
amazing.
It's
And then I say
sensitive.
Vietnam, and nobody knows that, but that's Fayetteville.
Yeah.
And it's called Vietnam because it has Pope Air Force Base and Fort Bragg.
Right.
You should see Reggie online because he's online with us. He's from North Carolina. He's smiling and nodding.
Oh, okay.
He knows those
Giving
names.
a shout out. Okay, good. Go Tar Heels.
Reggie is
Maybe-
our presidential candidate from Kickbutt. We nominated him for
Oh,
president.
okay.
President Goodwin and Governor Beto. And
Although his campaign manager has been missing for a couple months now.
he's still missing, man. He doesn't even come to the Zoom anymore. And you know, Zoom easy. You're welcome to come on up. That's what we do up here. People aren't used to the idea that you can create as well as consume. I think consumption is what we're here, but every person here is a creative dynamo. Every person here is a storyteller, musician, poet, whatever.
Yeah, I am a whatever. You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're all whatevers.
Definite
Undistinguishable.
whatever.
So, with the beard, would you like to tell us who you are and why you're here? I know it's cosmic, but I know you're not used to this. This is a ritual we do every time.
All right, I didn't know we did this.
No
I'm
one
Scott.
does.
I,
Hi, Scott.
I attempt to tell jokes.
Oh, that's really good.
Yes.
I failed that. I did Buddhist comedy. I took all the punchlines out so no one get hurt.
Yeah.
Nobody laughed. I said,
I do that a lot too.
well done. Isn't it great? Because when you get no response, it really is a response, isn't it?
Oh, it's a great feeling.
My favorite joke was death.
Yeah.
He laughs. He knows the joke is death. And my other one was pain and suffering. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
People are addicted to this sort of stuff. I can't take your material from you, but it was really good, Scott, and welcome to the
Thank
wonderful
you.
circus
This
of
is
spoken word.
amazing.
Isn't it?
I'm so blessed to be.
Wait till you
sharing
hear
the stage
all
with
these
everyone.
fabulous people.
Yeah.
So, do you have a favorite joke that you don't normally tell because of censorship?
No.
Okay. It wasn't a trick question. Most questions are rhetorical, but I really meant that. Because there's certain things you can't say except at a venue like this on a Sunday. This is our secular pulpit for actually communicating as human to human, not Zoom, not virtual, not by phone, but by actual physical presence in the same dimension where everyone actively listens to each other. Now, you may not, comedy clubs, they're like murder, aren't they? People just sit there and stare like stone at you. I'm not going to laugh. I did that in London at Rowan Atkinson. I said, I'm not going to laugh at Mr. Bean. I'm not going to laugh at Mr. Bean. I ended up laughing at Mr. Bean. I just thought, comedians have a power over you because they have to get a response. Poets you can ignore, can't you? No. Well, you can because they're just using words. But people who have a way of telling the truth in a comic way is what we really need today. That's why a lot of poets have turned to comedy. But that's not funny, is it?
You should have a podcast, sir.
I'm avoiding them. I'm avoiding podcasts. I'm avoiding the 21st century. I'm back. I'm a Luddite from the 16th century. I'm a pamphleteer. I actually love paper. I've got paper there, old media.
Analog.
Written a book?
I've written 200 books.
Okay, well, there you go.
I'll give you one. But no one believes this, the truth. I will. Watch out, Scott. I'm going to give you a poetry before you leave. So is there anything you'd like to say before the whole show starts today? And I say today advisedly because it's afternoon, heading towards night. Come on, speak, Mark. Speak. You used to do rap.
Wake up, people. Come on. I know it's early, but participate.
I miss the music because this feels like an AA meeting.
Oh! No, it's more like you meeting, universal unity.
But when you have a strumming guitar,
We used to.
like, yeah.
Once upon a time, don't cut it no more. We don't live in the past for sure, you see.
Well, I mean, there will be a strumming guitar next
There
week
will
or
be
the week
next week,
after,
exactly. Yeah,
or
just-
not. We could all die tomorrow. Well,
No, I cancelled that subscription. No Armageddon, but maybe a resurrection when we get up here on stage again, maybe. You never know, do you? But welcome to yourself.
yeah.
This is about, it's about you. You're all up here. This is delightful. But particular homage to Teresa Roberson and to Hope. Thank you so much for keeping an open mic open at Malvern Books for 8 years or more. 3 venues, 3 different venues. Before you disappear, can you tell them a little bit about what they missed? I know, it's a big, long story. 8 years.
I don't really want to tell you. I want you to see it for yourself. Just go to YouTube and type in Austin Writers Roulette.
Okay.
And then you can see for yourself. And for those of you who didn't know the great Brian Gross.
Oh, Brian Gross, Brian Lamont.
Yeah,
2 names, same game.
right. You can just see for yourself.
Yeah, all true.
That's what I'd rather people do.
And we hold this together because you're here. Every person in this room is part of this room, and it will disappear like a temporary phenomena, like all those raves we've been to and all the stories we've listened to.
And I do like quoting Samuel L. Jackson. I forget the movie where he said, "You use this gun when you want to kill every motherfucker in the room." And so that's how I approach open mics. With your words, when you just want to kill every motherfucker in the room.
I reverse the magic. With every word, we can bring them back to life so they become articulate. We don't want to hurt anyone.
No, but I'm saying with words. I'm
So
not
like when
saying
they
with
say
actual weapons.
something like they say you killed tonight, they literally meant
That's right.
killed.
You
Like
killed tonight.
I'd rather say we died on stage tonight. You know?
Jackie Brown.
Oh,
Thank
she
you.
knows her movies. Yes.
Yeah.
Because he would always watch those gun videos.
Ah.
Chicks in
Okay.
bikinis.
Okay.
And you remember when he said TikTok motherfucker? I say that about every week when somebody's taking too long. It's like TikTok motherfucker. Time is up.
And time is up for us.
So,
We
yeah.
welcome everyone to yourselves. May you enjoy each other tonight or this afternoon. Welcome to Spoken and Heard.
All right, give it up for Tom Moonbird of the Airport Boulevard Experience. Come on, people, get excited. Woo! All right, there's my fellow host.
Yep.
Took you long enough.
I was doing my PR thing.
He was playing hooky back here.
Yeah, I know he was. He goes over there, shoves down 2 slices of pizza, a swig of frap, and good God, boy.
He's got a giant cookie back here waiting for him too.
I need to go get a giant cookie.
Yes.
All right, who is coming up next?
We're going to virtual land next.
Who is it?
Let's hear it for Reggie Goodwin.
Please direct your attention to the monitors behind the bar. Reggie will be joining us on a 30-second delay via YouTube all the way from North Carolina.
New shit.
New shit.
Unprecedented. He is a seditious psychopath. He wanted to wade into a bloodbath that he big lied, tweeted, and gaslit into existence. Conjured like from a witch's cauldron, 73% of misinformation disappeared from the planet when Jack Dorsey finally closed his Twitter account. Elon Musk wanted to reinstate it until he bailed on his $44 billion bid to buy it. Russia stopped trying to generate misinformation. Thanks to Putin's puppet's malignant narcissism, it was better than any GRU Internet Research Agency algorithms. They just reposted him. He hacked American racism with birtherism, a lifelong Democrat. He changed his party affiliation at 62 when America elected its only black president. He is possessed by jealousy, Beelzebub, and his queen's neighbor, Archie Bunker. He is an evil spirit. I jokingly labeled him Orange Satan, noting that Damian Thorne and Donald Trump have the same number of letters in each name and start with the same consonants. I guess I wasn't kidding. Michael Cohen warned us under sworn testimony to Congress if he lost, which he did, there wouldn't be a peaceful transfer. You're not planning to transfer power at the Willard Hotel War Room, talking to the Kraken lady, Rudy Giuliani, the former Overstock CEO and QAnon general. Cohen said he's in code like a mob boss because he is one. He uses no email or text messages but left breadcrumbs on Twitter. He's a pathological liar and serial business failure. The mass murderer of 1 million citizens. He didn't need Auschwitz, just coronavirus, bleach, hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, and abject stupidity. The one thing that he's mastered is bullying others into his bubble of insanity, a world fashioned by Fred Trump's neglected abuse of his son, sending him to the military academy in Cornwall, New York. His mother, Mary, is so afraid of him, would leave for Europe each time when he returned home on school vacations. He is the aftermath of a man rejected by the first woman who was supposed to love him unconditionally. He is a broken man. He is a seditious psychopath. He wanted to be the point of a fascist spear. Take the magnetometers. They're not going to hurt me here. They were armed with clubs, knives, AR-15s. Then who were they going to hurt, douchebag? And how did you know precisely? Was he planning on witnessing the hanging of Mike Pence? Was he going to participate in the beheading of Nancy Pelosi? Were we going to get that stupid cheese-eating grin with his body bathed in the blood of innocents? Talk about American carnage. 2 Thessalonians 2:4. He will exalt himself and defy everything that people call God and every object of worship. He will even sit in the temple of God, claiming that he is God. A cult leader would do that. Online, they call him God Emperor. In Florida, they crafted him a golden calf image. Cassidy Hutchinson had more backbone than White House counsel Pat Cipollone, who just got subpoenaed by the January 6th committee probe, half his age and more of a patriot, aide to Cancun cruise, and David Duke without the baggage, Steve Scalise. This reminds me of the same terrorist violence against freed black women and men, denied 40 acres and a mule for reparations. Southern Dixiecrats then claimed that the elections were stolen and attacked legally elected African American office holders. 1898. It worked in Wilmington, North Carolina, a fusion government of 50-50 African American and white Republicans, all were by force of arms driven out of office. It's not just happening, it's happened. We currently have more arms than citizens. AR-15s aren't for deer hunting. Think of what the KKK in the 19th century would have done with them. He was going to obstruct the count of electoral college votes. I want to know what Merrick Garland is going to do about it. I want to know, for the fascist dog who caught the car, what the dog will do after it. I don't know whether his Department of Corrections number should be 666 or 11,780 for the votes he was trying to steal in Georgia, for Lady Ruby and her daughter Shay Moss's life of terror and loss of reputations, symbolic of the mountain of feces we've been forced to ingest since 2015. No justice, no peace. Don't let me waste this talk. Merrick Garland, if one man is above the law, then the nation is lawless. No justice, no peace until Orange Satan is in an orange jumpsuit on camera doing a perp walk. Vote.
All right, Goodwin 2024. Give it up for Reggie Goodwin.
Yes!
Woo!
I don't know if you noticed in his background, That's actually the latest image from the new James Webb
Ha ha.
telescope.
Ha ha.
See how clean that is?
Now I'm gonna have to get one and actually put it in my background for next week.
Well,
They're amazing. They're releasing more and more photos every day, and it's
I was
like,
gonna
wow.
say there's enough photos. Go for it.
You know what? There's a comet right now out there that you can see. I guess if you have binoculars or just a regular like consumer type telescope, it's supposed to be like the second largest comet that's out there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And right around this time of July, it's the closest it's going to be to Earth, before it goes out again. It's a 200-year cycle, I think it has.
And thus you hear Aerosmith start playing Armageddon. Anyway, all right.
Well, thank you, Reggie. That was awesome.
Yes.
Thank you, Reggie.
Thank you.
very much, as always.
Of course.
Lost in thought.
I've come up with a new rule.
Uh-oh.
Of course you can swear, but you can't say Laxi Maddie can shik sing up.
What?
What?
Exactly.
Okay, before the cricket. Okay, before the crickets kick in, who's coming up next? I've been working with this for about 13 years. Oh God, I'm a sucker for punishment. All right.
Let's hear it for the man throwing us a life. Throwing us. Exactly.
Speak.
Let's hear it for the man throwing us a lifeline. Let's hear it for Scott Whitcup.
Oh, guys. Kick butt coffee on a Sunday. Hell yeah. I think this is the earliest I've ever done stand-up comedy. The sun's out. It's crazy.
It's weird, right?
I know. Let's see if I'm funnier in the daylight. All right. Oh, man. It was an honor to be on the same stage as Skipper from Gilligan's Island. He's a very nice man. Gave me a book, 2 books. Feel honored. Got a haircut yesterday. Told him to make me look like Dan Bilzerian. Yeah. He dates supermodels. I date single moms. We are not the same. You get me. Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, it's crazy. I was told I look like the main character from The Punisher as well. This would all be very flattering if it wasn't only coming from dudes. You know. Ah, man. I'm going to dust off an old story. I lived in San Diego for a couple months. Anybody been to San Diego? Hell yeah. I loved it there. It was fun. My roommate had been there for a very long time. I was very gullible, very, very fresh. I came from northern Michigan, out in the woods, then landed in a big city. He's making tacos one night, and we noticed we're out of tortilla shells. So I'm like, I'll run to the store. I'll get some tortilla shells. He's like, just go to California Burrito and get some. I'm like, the restaurant? He's like, yeah. Like, the restaurant is just going to give me tortilla shells? He's like, yeah, it's San Diego. It's like, all right. Go over there. I'm like, hi. I would like to order just tortilla shells. And she's like, what kind of meat? I'm like, no meat. I just need the shells. She's just as confused as you guys are. She walked into the back, I assume, to grab tortilla shells. She comes back with another person. She's like, what can we get for you? I'm like, I just need tortilla shells. That's it. I just need tortillas. We're making tacos at home. Kind of a key ingredient. She walks back into the back, grabs a third person. I walked out. I was like, all right, this is not going to be happening. I called my roommate, and I go, hey, man, what the fuck was that? And he goes, oh, it didn't work. What the fuck? Just sent me to a restaurant to get tortilla shells. You made me look like an idiot. He's like, they probably thought you were high. And I'm like, I am high. Moral of the story, my roommate's a dick. All right. I think I'm done with the dating apps, you guys. I've tried them all. I've done them all. Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, Facebook Marketplace. I've done them all. You guys haven't been on Facebook Marketplace looking for love? No, you guys are doing great. Cameras. Oh, on Facebook Marketplace. I was thinking in terms of dating. I'm like, that's a lane. Chatterbait. All right. No. Yeah, I'm done with the apps. I feel like all the conversations are the same. Like, is this still available? And I am. And you never hear from them again. It's. Then you do get into a conversation. You're like, what brought you to Texas? And they're like, my daddy got sick. I'm like, oh, these aren't the daddy issues I'm looking for. Send. Unmatch. All right. Oh, man. No. God. Wouldn't it suck to be told you look like Dan Bilzerian and still get zero pussy? That's... We still don't know. Yeah, I forgot. We don't know what he looks like. All right. Oh, man. No. My last girlfriend broke up with me because she wanted to focus on her fishing career. That one hurt. That one. I supported her too, you know. I bought her the reel, the pole. The only thing I didn't do was put her on the dick of the guy that owned the boat, you know. Couldn't afford the boat. Then your friends try to cheer you up too. They're like, hey man, there's other fish in the sea. I'm like, I hate fish, you know. Almost became a stepfather dating her. I don't know if you guys have ever lived with children that weren't yours, but it's chaos. It's chaos. It's just you and me. It's just you and me, man. I love you. Now, one night at the dinner table, I knew this relationship wasn't going to last long when the oldest wants to play a game. And she just goes, I hate someone at this table. And then she just pointed at me. Oh, I'm bumming you out. All right. Too sad. I had to be a role model, too. I had to be like, hey, hate is a strong word. But I would have guessed me, too. I'll be honest. All right, let's do one more. I don't think I'm going to post this set on my Snapchat tonight, you guys. I don't think I'm going to do it. I try to get validation from somebody when I do that, you know? Yeah. Last time I did it, I got one message. They're like, you should probably stop posting your stand-up on your Snapchat stories. I was like, thanks, Mom. All right, I'm Scott Wickup. Thank you, guys.
Let's hear it for Scott Whitcup.
Sporting his Come and Go T-shirt.
Hell yeah, represent.
Mm-hmm. They don't have any in Texas, do they? Oklahoma, yeah.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
I have a picture of myself outside of a Come and Go. I had to take it. That's like.
No, what was that one that we pumps it?
No, ACOC.
No.
ACOC. That was another store.
There was another one, the one that was recent, but I'll look for it. Who is coming up next? Lost in Thought.
Well, actually, I was going to say, Scott, you reminded me of a podcast I listened to called Sounds Like a Cult. And they actually covered the dating app, like dating apps. That wasn't you.
Oh, I remember now. It was called Pump and Munch.
Oh.
Pump and Munch.
No. Wasn't?
Yeah, I think so.
That was in East Texas, wasn't it?
That was North Texas. But
North
on with the
Texas.
show. Who is coming up next? Lost in Thought.
So coming up next, I believe.
Why are you in such a rush?
Not no rush.
It's not like we have like 92 people on the list.
Yes, we do.
Jeez.
Yeah. Ordinarily we're like, shh, 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 shh. All right, take it away.
I believe we have a new voice.
Uh-oh.
New voice.
Let's
You
hear
know
it
how,
for.
you don't know how long it takes me to get to that setting with one iPad. It's a bitch. Okay, go ahead.
What a way to introduce someone. Let's hear it for Moniker.
Hello, everyone. I don't want to leave you hanging, but I need to connect my Bluetooth since I'm a rapper and I have music. I think I might be the only musician here.
Ernie B is going to go help our musician. He does what he does best.
I was just going to stand up here and be awkward.
No. It's just awkward that you're standing up there. That's awkward. But you're like the billboard for awkward. You're like the poster child for awkward.
All right, so I'm just testing the music right now. We're good? All right, guys, I go by the moniker. I'm a rapper DJ. I have a DJ set next Friday. Oh, shoot. At Moon Tower Cider. So I'd love to see y'all there. It's going to be stand-up comedy, live music, food, art, and me spinning some records. So come out next Friday. Let's connect online. Just come see me after my set, and we'll get connected online. And then the Wednesday after that, so I think it's like the 27th, I'll be doing a rap set in San Antonio at Hondros on St. Mary's. But I'm going to go ahead and start off with my first song. I think I can do two. They're not long songs. The first one's called Chinchilla. Gotta have some bass in here.
Everybody's chillin' like a chinchilla, chinchilla, chinchilla.
Come on.
Everybody's chillin' like a chinchilla, chillin' like a
Yo, KH made the beat. Everybody's chillin' like a chinchilla, chinchilla, chinchilla. Everybody's chillin' like a chinchilla, chillin' like a chinchilla. Like they took a chill pill and the wind chills, they were looking funny, big grin like a ripped gorilla gonna kill Bill. For real, get 10 miller. My life is a movie, do you get big picture? Nah. Jaws, never stop, blockbuster. We on the scene looking like an MJ thriller. In the mix, pretty tense, relax, grab a pillow. Dopamine jazz like a track by Dilla.
Everybody's chillin' like a chinchilla, chinchilla, chinchilla. Everybody's chillin' like a chinchilla, chillin' like a
Yo, KH made the beat. Everybody's chillin' like a chinchilla, chinchilla, chinchilla. Everybody's chillin' like a chinchilla, chillin' like a chinchilla. Baby, get back. Criminals still killing, making hit tracks. You know we never been filler, crazy sick raps. I know I never been iller. Movies still filming, but there's no Ben Stiller. And I love churning rhymes, words into lines. I get the job done. I work all the time. I'm a hot star. Cold feet, I turn shy with a pen and a notebook. You know I burn fire. And I'm a rap fiend with a bad lean for the rhyme scheme. Running game with the track queens 18. May seem like we dream big, gonna get bigger. It's an everyday thing. KH made the beat, throw the hook, pull the sick trigger. Before it comes to blows, we're gonna blow by the hair of my chinny chinchilla.
I like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right?
This next song's called Clubhouse Famous. Does anybody remember the audio app Clubhouse? It was like a real big deal in 2020 when everybody was at home trying not to get COVID. Guess y'all weren't in that scene. Well, I'm a marketer, so I guess I can plug myself for my marketing stuff too. And Clubhouse was a big place to go sell stuff and make all these business connections. And I made this song. It's a remix of Jack Harlow's What's Poppin'. And it's just kind of making fun of the whole thing. Like, oh, I can get famous on this random app and raise my status.
Oh, I wrote that.
What was that?
You're good.
That wasn't me. It's not playing.
Oh, you might have to reset the connection. It's those stupid lightning ports. I wish they just had the little headphone jack like before. There you go.
Real famous. Clubhouse famous. You put this on your playlist, and now, bro, I'm your favorite. Yeah, my style is like, well, I guess I can't explain it. I am free, you make no payment, plus you're cheap, you wouldn't pay it. Guess that I'm not A-list. I failed out of school at Baylor. Still a problem, always dangerous. Failure means that I'm ungrateful. Yeah, come so far, I'm thankful. Can't complain, got all the basics. This song just the trailer. Mixtape coming full of bangers. Why did you doubt me? That's why you not round me. You gotta bring flowers proudly. You don't see no one crowd me. My filter got real picky. On my own, I got real thrifty. Bet on myself is tricky. Split me with me 50-50. Got one life, so live it. If you can live twice, then get it. You live nice, you earned a mention. You get rice, you earned a living. It's time to learn to listen. That's why I'm coming through your system. You behind the wheel, who did this? You can't drive, here's the ticket. You can't rhyme, how'd you get this? Feel my vibes or forget it. You don't like it, there's a red X in the browser, go click it. Your ego's restless, you need to calm down your endless critic. Just let me go, this is bad for both of our healths, admit it. And this year, I'm just like Peter, cruelty free. Losers are out, whatever your issues are, you ain't ruining me. Don't know if I'm gonna make a cent. Brand equity don't go to you, it's to me. I may have created this space to vent, but I'm always giving the truest to me. I've been riding 16 since I was 16. 31 now I am pristine. Verses my whole life stick with me. I can write till my eyes drip bleed. I will put rhymes in a drip feed. Pay the price for slice of history. Maintaining quite the mystery. And I'm sicker than a bad virus with a cough in the wintertime. And I'm iller than Dr. Caligari from the cinema. And I'm killing this bar game like I'm LeBron, it's tip off. I'm mental with the mask off, hats off. Now I gotta go get mine dinner time. Real famous. Clubhouse famous. You put this on your playlist, and now, bro, I'm your favorite. Yeah, my style is like, well, I guess I can't explain it. I am free, you make no payment, plus you're cheap, you wouldn't pay it. Real famous. Clubhouse famous. Real famous. Clubhouse famous. Real famous. Clubhouse famous. You put this on your playlist, yeah. All right, thanks, guys.
Let's hear it for Moniker.
Hey, Moniker, you had a fan outside.
Mm-hmm. We're attracting your fan
He was
base.
like right there by the door going,
Yeah, there's some guy who's just walking by, and he even had his earbuds in, and,
Yeah.
and I guess he felt the bass, and he stopped, and he heard you, because there's speakers outside, too. And he was speaking in the door like,
so
hey.
Airport Boulevard heard you. Hell yeah. Well, I think he went
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, I think he left, but he was outside checking it out.
Yeah, but he was grooving. He really was.
Yes.
All right, lost of thought. Who is coming up next?
So,
If that's any indicator. Woohoo!
I like that chinchilla, chilling like a chinchilla.
I love that.
You,
Yes.
you need to get a little chinchilla, though, for real, and like pull it out like in the middle, during the verse, or during the chorus.
But coming up next, I believe we have another new voice.
Another new voice.
And I should have asked him how to pronounce it. I really hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. But let's hear it for Tala Usman.
Okay, guys, give it up for Monica with a hard R. Moniker. The guy did say my name right, but he just said it so fast. Oh my god. It was like he was almost panicking. He was like, I don't want to mess it up, so I'm just going to say it really quick so nobody hears it. It's like, great. 13
years we've been doing
It's Tal Osman. He said it right. He just doubted himself. That's all it was. Guys, 10,000 people died last year from secondhand smoking. I believe those idiots could have easily survived if they had just stuck to one hand. right? 2 hands. What do you hands? Did she say I'm funny? Oh yeah, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. Yeah, please. He left probably, is what I'm assuming. Thank you. Wow, I think I should stop the set right here. She just thinks I'm great. I just quit my job at Edible Arrangements. Hell yeah! Just want to take a second to thank all the white people in the house for keeping me employed. I mean, really, we could not convince anybody else to pay $3.75 for strawberries, bananas, cantaloupes, and guaranteed diabetes. You guys are great. You know, you don't actually realize how fat our country is until you work at Edible Arrangements. Like, I'm just dipping strawberries in, then they're like, yeah, can you go deeper than this? I'm like, dude, however deeper I go, the excess is gonna fall off. Yeah, but like, if you go deeper, they can like layer and stack on each other. I'm like, okay, dude, fine. I'll just go deeper, no problem. You're just gonna die 5 years early. Hey, does anyone know the bathroom code here? I really need to take a shit. I mean, they have some great coffee here. Like, that shit runs through. Good shit, but I really need to do it. Speaking of taking a shit, I got pooped on while meditating under a tree. Yeah, I know. I mean, can somebody please take action against the homeless? It's unbelievable. I get a lot of red dot jokes thrown at me, which is which is kind of shocking, to be honest with you, because I am not even Japanese, bro. I don't know what the deal is there. I don't get it. I read this article where this guy, he got arrested for the murder of his wife after leaving a 5-star Google review for the hitman that he hired. Right? Guys, it's 2022, first of all. Why does it always have to be a hit man? Why can't we hit woman? Progressive joke, guys. It's a progressive equality joke. No, I'm not about the hit woman stuff. I am about let's get married 4 times. That'd be kind of cool. I am that type of brown. I've been doing this new scam where every time I go out now, I wear suits. I wear suits to the club, and then I tell people I'm from Dubai, and I have all this oil money and shit. Oh my God, guys, the amount of respect I've been getting now, it's unbelievable. Like, I was talking to this girl, and I was like, hey, if I pay you $100, will you go jump in that pool right now? And I shit you not, guys, she actually jumped in the pool. And I was like, oh my God, it's time to get the fuck out of here. Let's bounce out of here. I just broke out of my rich Dubai character so quickly. It was just not going great. And it's really funny because usually I am the guy who goes out with 4 other dudes who look exactly like me. And then we're like, oh my God, let's go get these girls. And I'm like, oh, okay, Ali, where are we going to fit them in my goddamn Nissan Altima? Like, it's just not happening. The logistics is so bad since the first minute. And then we get there, and usually I'm the guy who's standing right by women's bathroom because, I mean, hot or not, they all got to take a piss at some point. Wow, lack of creepy dudes here, which is extremely uncommon in today's world. Okay. I met a few veterans outside before coming in here. Let's get up for the veterans, guys. Hell yeah. Veterans are cool. I just want to take a second to thank all the veterans for all of their bravery, their courage, but most importantly, for making me an orphan. What did you say? Happy to, that's all I wanted to hear. Thank you for sympathizing. That's funny. Okay, well, hey, I'm going to call it my time right there. You guys were a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
right, give it up for Tala Usman. Woo! Okay, and don't forget about the drink specials, $4.25 mixed 12s. Get your antioxidants and your booze at the same time. I totally and wholeheartedly recommend the Kick Butt Bloody Mary. Instead of Tabasco, it's Sriracha. All right, coming up next to the stage. Like I always say, this should be his tagline on every description of this poet. I've known this guy for X amount of years, and I still don't know what he's saying half the time. Give it up for my fellow host, Lost in Thought!
That's me on the trombone. Okay, no, it's not. Oh, by the way, before you start, the bathroom code is 2468.
Yeah, I always say it's like a cheer. Like
Yeah,
2, 4, 6, 8.
Who do we appreciate? And then insert your high school football team name.
I mean, he's wearing a sports coat jersey thing, so yeah. Astros, yeah, see.
Astros. Well, that's not a high school. That's a professional team.
Yeah, but it's still sports.
Anyway.
New shit.
New shit.
When I first hosted an open mic, it was in Rochester, and I was by myself. It was a trial and error experience, but made cruel, with my nerves stabbed into thin metallic pins, taken hostage under the chambered bullets, housed in a shot-off shotgun with the engraved curse of censorship curved on its side. And even though me and the owner were in quiet disagreement over what should be allowed and what shouldn't be, her dangerously razor sharp glasses, sacrificed in the one-sided shade of a rose tint that could only see the world under this maniacal sun slicing open clouds with a sheer veracity of happy pills that never see the other side of the storm. And I, being, an artist that knows words are not made of only a select number of consonants and vowels, strapped and held down to perversely spell out the presence of sunshine all the time. I somehow still was under the impression that the bar came with a price tag. I lumped in the profits that business needed to house its artists and its voices into the flat viewscape of corporate America, unwittingly forcing the coolish vibes of front counters polished with a care and compassion that could only be appreciated from a far more open landscape. That money doesn't always have to be the same tint of green, corrupting vicious hunger made unholy in the pure darkness of certain businessmen's pupils. And in the process, I was unwittingly fashioning the same rose-tinted glasses she was wearing, but in reverse, having no balance between the cycloning terrors ripping through the skies and happy Lisa Frank-like demons that can only celebrate realities in cute and cuddly colors, desperately masking everything with a smile. That lasted about 4 years, as opposed to here, where this open mic has lasted over a decade. Here, where I have learned that this is no corporate America. In the heart, where here I have learned that the front bar is the heart of this place. That the cash register is pumping a lifeblood in the veins, breathing in the wood and glass and doors and windows of this home. Where our survival really is all about you. Here, where this stage echoes in the ghosts of singers and poets and dancers and comedians, of artists that have given the embers etched in the fire red of this carpet, a voice in the sound it makes when we walk on it. Here, where this mic is a mirror, deeply retracted in the complex curvatures of language, cracked in the fractures of the humanity that spills of our existence. Where you don't have to give a fuck if your work is always happy or not. where darkness and light truly can coincide in vibrating walls, making us feel each and every word told by all of you. Here, where a second family praises the sacred emblem of Kickbutt. This is our church. This is our confessional. This is our vulnerability, melded into the walls. This is where we can see each side of ourselves, expressed back to us in the chaotically wonderful spellcast of kaleidoscopes, forever spinning in the framework, collapsed in the very corners. This is our home. This is your home. When we say we can't do this without you, any of you, we mean it.
All right, give it up for Lost in Thought.
That's me on the trombone. Okay, no, it's not.
I have a question though. Why'd you do your work here and then you move over to that one?
Because that's your mic that you go to.
Well, damn right it is. But why'd you move? Why didn't you just work on that one?
Did you find him?
Yay! Did you expand your fan base?
I think she is. Oh, nice.
What did she say? I couldn't hear back here.
You want me to repeat it?
Yeah, more or less. Summarize.
Okay, long story short, they might work together. They've kind of like what do you call it? Marketing each other.
How about that? See, you just never know. That's why I always say you never know who's going to come through these doors. You know, magic happens.
Making connections all the time.
Even though he didn't even come in, she went and found him, and they're what, you know.
Well, is anybody interested in my vitamin company? Just kidding. I'm not going to do that.
What?
It's my pyramid scheme that I want to start pitching to all the artists. I'm kidding. Lost in Thought. Okay, I just totally threw him off. He was looking at me like, you have a vitamin company?
I thought I was the vitamins.
No, you're the substance. We still don't know what you are yet. All right, Lost in Thought. Who is coming up next?
Ooh. So, coming up next is a voice we haven't heard from in a very long while.
In a long time.
Not only that, she has chosen our open mic to be her grandstand. Or her last grandstand. Anyway, let's hear it for Teresa.
Don't worry, Teresa. I don't understand him either.
All right. I'm going to use Hot Tamales mic because I hate when men don't, leave the mic up. Anyway. All right. So for those of you who were here earlier, I said I was being priced out of Austin. So I'm reading my piece called 8 Reasons Not to Be Poor. Number 8. Nobody really likes you when you're poor, especially the government. They blame you for your financial situation as if you were able to control the zip code where you were schooled, or call you lazy despite the fact you may work several shitty part-time jobs or long hours at one shitty low-paying job just to be poor. And isn't it ironic that, number 7, you pay more for everything? You'll pay the highest interest rates for loans. You cannot afford to buy things in bulk because you spend at least half of your pay in rent, provided you have a place to rent, which leads to number 6. You're always at risk of being priced out of your rundown apartment or being harassed for parking somewhere to sleep in your car or sleeping in some public place because, number 5, it's illegal to be poor, even when it's not. There's not supposed to be a debtor's jail here in Texas, but some poor people find themselves in jail for unpaid parking tickets or unofficially serving time because they cannot post bail, or making some other shortcut in life because they've fallen in between society's cracks. So, number 4, you must constantly come up with survival strategies, not merely life hacks to exist. Everything takes more time and energy to achieve without the lubricant of money or credit to grease the gears of the great production machine of life, which instead grinds you up with the speed of crushing obstacles along your path. At least middle-class people can hide their lack of money in sociable, acceptable credit card debt, but not you, since number 3, you lose your agency when you're poor. You either have to convince many people who are in the same condition to speak out, or wait until someone rich or otherwise privileged speak out about conditions you've been raising the alarm about for much longer than you thought you should have to. You live with the constant stress that you cannot put a finger on the exact thing, since it's all the things, until the proverbial last straw boils over and the mental, physical sickness manifests. But number 2, you can't afford to be sick. Not physically, and most definitely not mentally. You can get some remedy for physical illness, but you're totally screwed if you have some ongoing mental illness. It's easier for you to access a gun than adequate mental health treatment. Unless you're so poor you qualify for Medicaid, but as soon as you make a mere dollar over the limit because you're more productive with reasonable health services, you're immediately cut off. Too bad your ailments don't know that. You may lose pay or even your job if you take time off due to illness, so you drag your ass to work. You trudge along in life, not quite well, but certainly in no fucking mood to hear someone repeat that saccharine sweet phrase about how money can't buy happiness, which you know is bullshit, because number 1, poverty sucks. Peace out, Austin.
All right, give it up for Teresa.
Probably the best way to describe the current Austin.
Unfortunately, I mean, I don't want to be like the old codgers going, I remember back when in Austin, but it's there. It's there. I moved here before both flyovers were built. I mean, I'm just kind of, I mean, my kids are like, really? You were here, but how long ago was that? 94.
You know, I've only been here, 12 years now or so?
Roughly, yeah.
But I used to live here before that, I guess it was in
the
80s, maybe the 90s. I can't remember. Back when Ben White, before they had that big interchange, it was like a 4-lane. I mean, not a 4-lane, like there was you had to.
Just 2-way.
Did it cross the interstate or did it go under the interstate?
No, I think it was an intersection.
Yeah.
It was just basically the interstate, and then if you were on the frontage, you would just go kind of under it.
Yeah, and then I moved out, and I came back, and now it's this big old. Yeah. I call it the Ben White. What do I call it? Not complex.
Comic-Con. No,
I don't know the Ben White interchange. It's this ginormous thing with all these ramps and everything, and look who just walked in.
JoJo.
The troublemaker herself, JoJo.
Oh, you know what? I just noticed Tom Moon ninja'd out.
Yeah, he ninja'd. He came over and said bye to me, but he ninja'd.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't catch him.
All righty,
I remember when I first moved in 2006, expensive was a little over $800 a month. That was expensive back then.
Yeah.
In 2006.
That's cheap now.
Back in my day. All righty. So who is coming up next, Lost in Thought?
Coming up next is another voice we haven't heard from in a while.
Okay. Long time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Coming up next, we have Hope.
Woo! I think you said Hope.
So now I know I'm old, because when I first moved to Austin, $400 a month was a lot. So today I want to honor Teresa's last night at the open mic in Austin. So about 5 years ago at her open mic, I did one about turning 45. So I thought I'd write one about turning 50. And it's called Witchy Ways. I love the wrinkles carved like codices on my face. Reverse braille whispering my story to whoever is still enough to hear it. I love the auburn glow of my hair in sunshine and the silver gray streaks that highlight my roads traveled, like a well-used map. I love the curves of my body, pushing plump against my skin, like a ripe grape, fruit juicy and alive. I love the way my hips swing as I walk the earth, like a sacred dance or a meditation. And I love how my feet land soft, like a gentle kiss of recognition, a greeting, a familiar rhythm rooting me to the ground. I am 50 today and grateful to have finally learned to walk from my center, hand to belly honoring my sacred connection back to mother, whose lingering lullaby of ocean waves and stardust sparkle on my eyelids each night to soothe me to sleep. Just as I once sang to my own children, we women link arms like an eternal chain through time. Reminders that we are known, loved, and boundless. So I'm calling in my tribe, sending out echoes like bat calls, waiting to hear the reverberations ricocheting back to me with the ring of truth. Who is ready to step in this circle with me? Kick off your shoes and run barefoot through moist grass or the simmer of hot sand. Let's dance under the moonlight, splash in the waves. Let time ripple out around us as we move, measured only in the layers of mountains and the rings of trees. Let's sync our heartbeats to the tides and moon. I'm no longer interested in linear time, but prefer the looping cycles and spirals of conch shells who still remember the ocean. I want to open my arms wide and swing each other in circles till we fall in a tumble of dizzy giggles. This is the freedom I now seek. This is what it feels like to be 50. I am my own soulmate.
All right, give it up for Hope. Hope, I gotta tell you, if you don't mind me saying, I could almost visualize that particular work with a drummer and a belly dancer. I'm serious. It's like I could see when you. It was almost like I could almost see the story when you were like up to the heavens and going like. I mean, I could feel it. I was like, wow. I mean, I was literally. I don't know if you saw me looking up, but I was like, I could see it over your head. That was beautiful. Thank you. Whew. Okay, I feel good. All right, don't forget about the drink specials, $4.25 mixed wells. There's also some amazing baked goods back there, mineral water. And what's the iced coffee called?
I don't know.
Iced coffee.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Amazing. It's over there bottled. It's a concentrate. It's for you to buy and take home. It's really good. Okay. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like freeze some in a tray and add it to milk and woo! Oh God. Ernie B. I think she could do a power-up shot.
They work. I need one. I'm surprised I haven't got one yet.
You haven't got one yet?
See, that's how early it is for me. I swear to God, I go to bed usually around 6 or 7 in the morning. Those are my hours. So coming in at 3 today was like waking up at 5 a.m. for most people. Like, I'm not even awake yet.
All righty, you can do it, Ernie B. Wake up.
And I got a show.
Show.
I have a show after this. That's why we're early in the first place.
That's true. Lost in thought. Cold brew. Thank you.
Cold brew.
Now I'm thinking about always be my
Cold
baby.
brew.
Continue. Lost in thought. Who is
Coming up next, we have another new voice.
Another new voice.
Let's hear it for Nino Gross.
Never mind. Sorry about that. I don't know. I tell you, I'm off.
Thank you. I bleached it myself. All right, so I write a lot of different stuff. This is just going to be a journal entry I did the other day. It's got some life lessons in it, I guess you could say. I'm conflicted by what I think I need to do versus what I want to do. Through speaking about your dreams to others, you now feel a socially enforced obligation to meet a certain standard. This mode of thinking is extremely detrimental. You should do what you feel rather than attempt to meet these imagined expectations. You know from experience what this can lead to. You've made it simple. Now, don't do it. Do what feels the best. You have the answers within, Nino. Trust that you may not ever have a plan, but you indeed are on the right path. The right path isn't always easy. That doesn't make it any less right. Life is not linear as we would like to perceive it. Instead, it's more akin to a labyrinth. We have to go in the wrong direction sometimes in life in order to find the dead end. Retrace our steps, make a mark so we may remember where we took the wrong turn, then take a path we hopefully have yet to travel. On our journey through this maze, we are guaranteed to find loneliness, beasts, and treasure. One must and will experience loneliness inside these walls. The infantile mind will most certainly drown in a sea of sadness and desperation. Enough experience with these hardships will most certainly give you no other option than a need to learn how to swim. 6 million years of evolution, and humans never developed the ability to breathe underwater without the assistance of some recently developed technology. Swim, you must. Swim, you will. As you begin to swing your arms frantically in any and every direction, you will eventually find yourself being propelled upward to the surface. Eyes open and stinging from the salinity, lungs filled with old oxygen beckoning to be released from within. Your head bursts through the veil of water into the open air. Frantically, you quickly swallow one big gulp of air before your face suddenly plummets back into this bottomless blue abyss. I thought I could swim, damn it. Why am I drowning yet again? You have much to learn. You have only just learned how to paddle, and you are barely skilled at that. You need experience for such a skill. Experience requires time. When you are drowning, you have no patience for silly things such as time. Frustrated and exhausted in your current state, you consider the consequences of giving up. They begin to sound more appealing than wasting what resources you have left for one measly gulp of air, only to return to your current state. You chew on that gulp of air previously rescued from the world above. You don't realize this until it's too late. But the more you procrastinate what must be done, the deeper you descend. You are so tired. Curled in the fetal position, you conserve your energy, later opening your eyes only to realize that the once blue ocean has lost its light. You are in complete and utter darkness, lonely, cold, and now in desperate need of air. When the human brain is thrusted into life or death situations, the frontal lobe, responsible for logical thought and complex decision making, manages to turn itself off entirely. This then allows our earliest evolved sector of the brain, just above the spinal cord, known by many as the reptilian brain, activates. Logic and complex thought, temporarily thrown out the window, hurls you into a state of fight. The brain needs the body to live. The brain, without hesitation, commands the body to swim. moving in any direction is far better than not taking any action at all. Unsure that we'd made the right choice of direction, we continue to find new depths of our strength and push on. Keep fucking moving. At this point, the stale oxygen held in our lungs had been dispensed and bubbled to the surface. The body is running on pure will alone. Do not give in. We see the light. The water is no longer colorless. Jolted with hope, the body feels rejuvenated. The impossible is possible. A new avenue in your brain has been created. We know the way out. Filled with spirit, you are still without energy and oxygen. The peripherals of your vision begin to go dark as the muscles in your arms and legs begin to rip themselves to shreds. Slowly but surely, your sight becomes completely black while your limbs cease movement. You suddenly fall asleep. You awaken on the ocean surface, head throbbing from being deprived of oxygen, shoulders and knees aching with pain, muscles sore and seemingly unable to be moved from being torn. You manage to begrudgingly wade in the water, only barely keeping your mouth on the surface. We did it, you whisper with a raspy throat. You manage to save yourself. Certainly not unscathed, but certainly alive. Thank you, guys.
Let's hear it for new voice, Nino Gross.
Oh, shoot. I'm not this tall. Hold on.
What?
I'm not this tall.
You should have seen the
I'm
bass
not this
player.
tall.
The bass player that played on Friday night, or was it Thursday night? Thursday night, played upright bass. That guy had to been 7 foot tall. He was a very large man.
So was he literally
7
like
feet?
reaching? Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to be a good girl. All right. Lost a thought. Who's coming up next?
Coming up next.
Coming
up next. Let's hear it for Andrew Hornman.
Thanks. Okay, wait, there's... sorry, I overheard you, and then... Thank you. That's what I heard, and then I'm like, not tonight or this morning. Like, I don't know what time it is. I feel like it's family night. Hi, everybody. Like, I just have to get that. I really was... Because I used to be a preschool teacher. That was a while ago. And I'm like, oh, I could sing the duck song. So I'm looking on Google trying to find the duck song, and autocorrect did not like me. It did not want me to do the ducky song. It gave me different responses. Okay, cool. That was an inside joke. I can't look at the... Look, I want to entertain everybody, but I'm going to make people upset. And I have notes. Thank you. No, look, we'll get this out. Look, I'm taking my hat off because comics here are jerks. I have came here. Look, somebody called me Joe Rogan with AIDS, and I hate them. Or Jeff Bezos. I've heard that. What is it? Like Lex Luthor with Lex Luthor on welfare. Or effeminate Bill Burr. Okay, that's cool. Somebody knows that. Like, yeah, that's the... I kind of a little bit like that because I wish I would... Oh, no. Okay. I was like... Oh, okay. I'm like, oh, there's this joke, and then it's like, no. Okay, so moving on. My roommate, she has like she has a cat, she has pets, and she left, and she's like, can you take care of them? And I'm like, having more than 5 pants is more commitment is a lot of stress for me. I can't take care of a pet. Okay. Why am I panicking right now? Oh yeah, kids. Okay, so because I'm afraid that I'm gonna look, we go. I'm afraid they're gonna hear. I'm afraid I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say a slur. I'm gonna do something that is or a swear or something that's gonna harm them. And then in 20 years, they're gonna be on a stage just like this. That is what's going through my mind right now. And I'm dating somebody. Kind of. I don't know what it is. I realize I want to live. I don't like home. I want to live in a trailer. I want to just roam the streets until I die with a guy. We're 60, 90, whatever. But that's a number. No, stop. Okay. But I realize that I need somebody to kind of hate America. I need somebody who is too patriotic. That's a warning signal. You I can't look if you are too patriotic. I just think you just hate people. I think you are a greedy racist person, and I hate you. I hate you. You would say that if you're oh yeah, I do the national anthem every day, except when you're in school. Sorry. You'll learn to hate that. Okay, so anybody who's too patriotic, it's kind of like a red, white, and blue flag. That's just a dumb pun. Okay. That's life right there. That's life. My roommate doesn't know she's a lesbian. She's doing mindful eating, and she's like, Andrew, for some reason, my stomach hurts when I eat bananas and chia seeds. I just messaged. I can't understand cucumbers and ranch dressing anymore. Okay, this is it's bad imagery. Okay, cool. People are I don't. That's fine. I had a friend that was in hi. He was in there's a lot of tribute bands here. I had a friend that was in an Alanis Morissette tribute band. They were called Alanis. There's a tribute band to No Doubt. They're called No Duh. And then there's a Meatloaf tribute band. They're called Leftovers. It's a dumb joke. I realized I was very, I thought I was liberal until I started reading. And then I'm very leftist, very anti-capitalist. I feel like there's too much stuff out there. We need to stop buying the stuff and tip your bartender. I know where I'm at, but there's too much. If there's another person in Austin that's saying their dream is to open up a restaurant, I'm going to throw a temper tantrum. Look, I was listening to this podcast, and they said that capitalism is going to destroy America. It's gonna hurt everybody, and it's gonna be the bottom. It's going to be the poor, the working class people that are going to suffer the most, because once capitalism collapses, it's we, the poor, that are going to suffer because the rich already have the stuff. So we have to work together. And what I also found out, that if we act now, we can save 15% off of Casper mattresses. I'm going to end on that. Bye-bye.
Give it up for Andrew Horniman.
I was just picturing, imagine if there was a commercial for Casper mattresses, and that was the entire commercial, his entire act. Just now.
Okay. What?
What?
I mean, you'd buy a mattress for that, would you?
Hey, okay. I decided to put up my hair because my neck was hot. Hey, check it out.
It's a little warm outside.
It's a little warm. Just like yesterday, it got down to 100. Man, I thought I felt a chill in the air. Give me my hoodie.
I know, like last week it was like 106. Today it was only 103, so I had to pack a sweater.
Wow. All right, don't forget to go over there and get something delicious and buzzworthy from the bar. The Viking Danimal is there to help all your beverage and gustatory needs. I like using that.
And an extra shout out to Daniel because the ice machine is down in the kitchen. So he
Yes.
literally has to go to 7-Eleven and buy how many bags? 13 bags of ice or something like that, and cart them over here by hand. And
You
then
mean
fill-
it wasn't 66.6 bags of ice?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, so fortunately they had plenty of ice, but he's been dealing with that all weekend, and the part's not going to come in until Tuesday. So
Ouch. When I still have off. Yay! All right, lost of thought. Who is coming up next?
I was going to say, shout out to Danimal's Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors hat, which I can see the design from here.
Oh, he always rocks the macabre in his gear.
he has like a collection of hats, baseball hats, caps, hanging on his door. Like if you open this door, you remember Beverly Hills Cop? And and Eddie Murphy has to use the phone, and he opens the door, and he looks behind the door, and all these guns are hanging in the back. Well, that's Danimal, but with hats, all in the back.
All righty, lost of thought. Who's coming up next?
Coming up next, let's hear it for Amiella.
Woo woo!
Hello. I can angle it up a little more. Yeah, I think that's good. All right. I'm short, so it's helpful. All right. Hi, I'm Amiella, and I haven't done poetry here yet. I'm a musician. I'm a flautist. I'm very long-winded. That's my joke for the day. It's true, though. Most of the pieces that I write are about 10 minutes long, and it's really hard to find an open mic where you get 10 minutes to do a poem. So this one is only 4 minutes, I promise. It's short. It's short. But I did have to borrow a little prop because I forgot my drum, and so I don't really know how this is going to sound, but I'm going to try. So just so you know, I wrote this poem in 1995. 20 years later, my ex-husband kind of made this whole thing kind of come true. He had a gaming addiction. It's a real thing. You can get addicted to video games, and he was, and it destroyed our marriage. So that's just a little background. But I've always had trouble with technology. I've always kind of disliked the whole virtual world. I like real stuff, like real people, like you. Like you're live. You're like vibrations. Like I can feel you guys. That's the way I am. I like real stuff. So that's where this comes from, and it's called Mirror, Mirror, Mirror. Sorry. I got just a second. I'm kind of filming this, and I know that this is like cutting me in half right now. So. My camera's right there. I've done a lot of open mics. I've seen some crazy stuff. All right. This is better. Thanks. Sorry. Here we go. I stare at him hard. He sits straight, a neon blue halo glowing around his head, his fingers like a pianist's, only upon keys without tones, his melody merely syncopated beats. He's been composing upon his computer incessantly since he closed the drapes before supper. It is almost tomorrow. I reach from the oval couch and finger the drapes, trying to imagine myself snapping them open, hollering for the moon that I am sure he has scratched from the dark paper with ink of his own color. Once, he tapped into his computer's memory, the process of filling the holes in the sky, calculating the amount of mortar and brick that could fill the nagging incompleteness of the universe outside of his own mind. What does it mean that he's the first at night to yank the heavy shade over my view of the speckled glow of the grass, the orange scent of the moon, and that I'm the first in the morning to open the cold room to the day? Tonight, I cannot think. I attempt a few words, hoping to bend that straight back, wondering if it bent at all, if it would snap like dry wood. He grunts. He stares at his project. Solid lines puncture that blue glow blanketing in his brain, and with surgical precision, he begins to implant blocks of steel fact, building an entire self-sufficient city of frigid structures between those ears, his eyes turning inward to oversee the construction. There is no sun in his city of steel. The black sky is complete. No unexplored holes to fall into. I speak again. He does not answer. His eyes are still turned inward, a painted smile where his lips should be. He must keep watch over his steel towers. No cream light from behind the gray curtain should penetrate his sky, melt those buildings so carefully constructed. Listen. Listen. His skin holds a gray pallor, the pollution from his inner factory soaking through him and into the room. I taste smoke. Hey, listen, I'm choking now. His eyes gasp, trying to breathe. There are no holes in his sky. No holes. I drag him to the window. He's heavy. I draw the drapes. I squint. He has not scratched the moon away. The moon crawls through that smoke, searching for his eyes, his ears. His eyes turn. I hear blocks crashing against the softness inside his skull. I tremble. His eye. One blade of grass shivers there. Here. Only.
Let's hear it for Amiela.
Alrighty, has everyone gotten something from the bar? There's some delicious stuff to eat, drink, look at. If you're like me, you just eat one muffin.
I was looking at Donna Jean's awesome skull dress.
All right. Okay, lost of thought. Who is coming up next?
A new voice.
New voice.
Let's hear it for Ramsey.
I actually don't go by that name anymore. I cut the King from my name. So, yeah. Give me a second to adjust. But y'all a little short story while I'm doing this. I was 5. My parents put a beat machine in my hand. So I like writing. I had a crew out in Kyle I used to write for. Now I'm a solo artist. So the song is called Letter to the Game. Hey, you You're now rocking with the realest on the rise. You're now rocking with the realest in your thighs. Dig this shit that I'm kicking all right. This the one that I'ma hit out of sight. Hip hop, that's that shit that we like. Now I'm the hottest out now, and that's right. I couldn't recognize your face in that disguise. Trying to stay alive, but my soul transcribed to these beats, and they don't like that. Shit is written on their face like that's where the paint at. Shit's me that get strapped, the one that ain't their guns at. I ain't the one to test, I promise you that. I got all A's in my class. Like I don't see Benz, it's like I don't have friends. It's like I don't let up, like I mean bad business. I understand all things must have custom to change, so you returning to shape. That's why I write to you, game. I bet it feel good. Finally have a nigga that do you like it should. Oh, I bet it feel good. Finally have a nigga that do you like it should. Oh, I bet it feel good, don't it? I bet it feel good. I bet it feel good. Finally have a nigga that do you like it should. Oh, da 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 da. Oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. A little bridge for you labels, yeah, I need that. We are not concerned in your actions, know your feedback, unless it's bringing us cash. Then we let it stack, then keep it pushing like your buttons on the keypad. Hip hop East Coast to hip hop West Side, hip hop Central or hip hop worldwide. Ramsey don't discriminate, you can all come ride the road to the riches. What's the code to get inside? You ain't got it, I'll break through it. Kids in the fridge after midnight, I'll break through it. Put the belt to their hind, they still do it. Take the rapping off these bars, then consume it. Ramsey, I bet it feel good. Finally have a nigga that do you like it should. Oh, I bet it feel good. Finally have a nigga that do you like it should. Oh, I bet it feel good, don't it? I bet it feel good. I bet it feel good. Finally have a nigga that do you like it should. Oh. Make you. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. Make you feel alright. I can make you feel alright. I bet it feel good. Finally have a nigga that do you like it should. I bet it feel good. Finally have a nigga that do you like it should. I can make you feel alright. You gotta crave it and taste it until you're close enough to taste it. I can give you what you need, yeah, yeah. Check it. I woke up with a feeling this morning. I woke up with a chip on my shoulder. I woke up feeling like you think you won, but this game ain't over. You need to learn how to finish 4 quarters. You need to learn how to eat what you kill. Fuck that designer shit, I worked on my skill. Some niggas bitches in disguise, but only time will reveal. See, my first thought of mine was to let your ass live, but I got this pen and this pad and some time to kill. So I dispose what you know. A lot of niggas you ain't know was my bros, and you was talking down on my name, boy, you big headish. Bitch, I carry notes like my name is John Legend. I am a legend. Don't you ever fucking forget it. You witness greatness, Ramsey names being submitted. You take my shit, bitch, I don't work too hard. So if you reach, you get referred to God. And that's real talk. You gotta crave it and taste it until you're close enough to taste it. I can give you what you need. Yeah. It's your boy Ramsey, man. You out here. Still working, still grinding on the daily. You all appreciate it.
Ain't shit getting easier. You feel me? If you're still out here, waking up on the daily.
Make you feel alright.
Yo, I appreciate it. Rams. Yeah. Talk to him. Talk to him.
Ramsey.
All right, give it up for Ramsey. Woo! Oh, come on. Give it up for Ramsey. Thank you. That's better.
I was going to say one of the artists that makes me so happy to be a host here. Yes.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, you're correct.
Yeah, that kind of sounded like a dangling participle, you know, like he didn't finish his sentence.
Ernie, don't do it. Do not finish that. We have underagers.
That's a term.
I know, but I was worried that
Yeah,
you
you
would
went
go
somewhere else.
with the dangling
There's
stuff.
children.
Don't do
There's
it.
children here. I'm not going to do that.
I know. Lost in thought. Who's coming up next?
So, coming up next.
Look at me. Look at them. There's your audience. Jeez.
So, coming up next, let's hear it for JoJo.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you. Yes. You need a doctor, I utter audibly to myself. Shame warmed my cheeks for it. As I peered about, these private sessions are usually covert between me and the Verbenas. Borrowed spaces are merciful to tortured souls. They never intrude or question, or maybe they just don't give a damn that my mind is leaving. Well, it's already gone, quipped Musie the cat. It went that-a-way in a shit green hat. Tither and yawn. As you take repose in the waning, fold in, gather warmth, comfort from your latest ordeal in the unders. I will have by now taken the clips and stand in the great house beyond the third level. By your word, I have been deemed a true and worthy witness in the affairs of the dead. I will barter to their goodly purpose. Your beloved Bina is in regress now, however. She summoned her shadows to take the lead through the forks and squeezes as the cliffs rise to challenge the holies. Bina's shadow is quick, clever, able to keep ahead of the sliders. She is somewhat beautiful and goes by the call of Bina as well. Yes, I am safe to now, and remember not to not press my zeal, assuring a cunning and profitable conclusion to my sojourn. Already goods of priceless origin sit stacked and sorted, awaiting my abacus and stones, music to my honor, dirges, and cards, remembrances of blood and skin, broken hearts, and warm toes. I find it foreboding, and my goals are suffering, unable to express my dire, as caution at every turn seems the right choice, wiser choice. On the descent, I will be on my own, aware of my porters with nervous eyes, known to hang around and press advantage about the gates. I know an arduous trek awaits me now. Ever present, the hinders peer, pointing here and there, as to bring confusion to an already drawn purpose. I smell the jennies, deceitful. They beg at the steps by the falls. Chilling mist thrown from the cascade leans me as I near my final pass. I held true to my vow, keeping my oath. I declare this journey well done. And now, to you, my friend, rouse up from your sleep and take the last straw of my finish. For I am cold even unto my soul. Hurry now, for I am needy and overcome, and I must take rest in the fat of the rising sun. Well, there you go. I have a lot of bits and pieces. I can't type, can't even write anymore. Betrayed. I count again and wonder, less than before. My suspicious eye decides who absconded with my remnants, my accumulations, as if they could. I lie, gathered and drawn into myself, and holding my innards up as a last offering to something that doesn't even need them. I raise my hand to bat at God. Thank you.
Let's hear it for JoJo.
Woo-woo! Lost in thought. Have you ever had a kick butt Bloody Mary before?
No.
You haven't?
Actually, yes. Yes, it did.
Because he really doesn't drink a lot, but what he does, he makes it count. He doesn't just go over there and say, like Ernie B, yeah, give me a Bud Light. He goes in there and gets, like, his new drink, the Lost in Thought Brain Blender, 3 liquors in 1 spike shake. Be warned, be afraid, be very afraid. All right, Lost in Thought. Who is coming up next?
So, coming up next.
Look at
Let's
them.
hear it.
Look at them. Look at them, not me.
I am. I'm looking at the audience right here. I'm saying coming up
Yeah,
next.
like this.
You all saw me say that, right?
Anyway, that's why they call him Lost in
I have a
Thought.
room full of witnesses. So
we can go back to the videotape and
We can, later on.
confirm that.
We'll
you know.
check it on YouTube later.
So coming up next, let's hear it for Ron Metalman.
Woo-woo!
Good afternoon. I realize I wasn't brought here today as a critic or anything. Let me say that I'm very pleased with some of the poetry performances today. I think they fall well within the tradition of American verse. So let's give ourselves a little bit of a hand for that. Okay, my poem is called Custom House. It's reflections on the old custom house in Salem, Massachusetts. The front piece eagle views Derby's wharfs, scales where Hawthorne placed his heart, stands silent, tables where he quilled the books, cradle custom logs on ships that made him think of the horizon. Stand on the steps and see Hawthorne's effort to rise to each day's toil. Salem, a town of repentance, a chance to glimpse back. Hawthorne saw the darkness in the land. Turning his stories. A seagull catches a rising wind, eye to eye with the eagle. Salem's maritime empire, robust trade from Timor, Singapore, and Shanghai. Hester Prynne's quiet suffering, tears falling on custom books, wetting ink into a blur, a stain. Hawthorne saw the stains, latent to others, the dream of properly entwining with the Inquisition, bondage to the mundane drove Hawthorne to pursue. Hester on the back streets of Zion, America's Zion. The eagle stare, the scales that weighed Hawthorne's heart, the tumble of visitors' steps. Park guides tell of Salem's heyday, the world's sailing ships greeting the harbor. Yet in trade's commotion, Hawthorne wrote of New England's tumult of the spirit. That's it.
Let's hear it for Ron Metalman.
Woo!
See.
What was that? Ernie B turned the SAP channel on.
See.
All right. Okay. Lost in thought. Who is coming up next?
Or like on South Park. See, fly. Oh, no. To the moon. We need to take something to the moon. See, fly. That's all they ever said.
Ernie B's Gospel According to South Park. All right. Lost in thought.
So before I introduce the next performer, Donna Jean was actually filling me in. She actually just had a book published, her first book.
Okay. Are you going to be performing tonight?
No. Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
she was also telling me about a fundraiser.
Okay.
Startup Kids Club fundraiser. It's a 21-day fundraiser. And so far they've raised $97.4K.
Wow.
Woo!
Incredible.
Okay, when you get up here, make sure to pitch it again, okay? We want every performer to pitch their stuff while they're on stage. All right, lost of thought. Who is coming up next?
So who is this Mr. Ruman, you might ask? Well, let's hear it for Candace.
Oh, then I don't have to adjust anything. Thank you all. Thank you so much, friends and fam, for coming out to support, and to Donna Jean, the best hype woman that ever existed. Hi, Nugget. Will you sit right there, my brother, please? Awesome. So today is super special for me. I've been writing since I could hold a pen, and I actually stopped writing a little over 10 years ago. I haven't been on a stage behind a mic sharing poetry ever since then. I had crippling stage fright and needed a drink to get on stage, so I put the cup down and my pen down at the same time. So this is my first time back, and I just... Thank you. I just recently released a collection of poems that I'm going to be reading from. It's called 52. It is the last 12 months of my self-love journey, so super juicy and vulnerable. And as they shared, I'm also here representing the Startup Kids Club, which is an incredible organization that provides materials, mentorship, programming throughout the entire year for kids learning entrepreneurship. They do like game pitches and launch their own shops, and they have some businesses up and running that also have philanthropic arms. And so it's just a really cool opportunity, especially for me being a mom, to be able to support kids, being able to have a future, and hopefully have a fine establishment such as this where they can support the arts. So if that aligns with you at all, then please, there's a QR code. We have a goal of 117,000 K, so just 20 away, super close. And we'd be grateful for any contribution. Okay, I'm just gonna go through a couple pieces now. Thank you. The first one is called The Truest, and they're all pretty brief. She shouted, "Let me worship you." She shouted, "You are magic." She shouted, "Oh yes." She shouted, "I want you. I need you." She shouted, "There has never been another more beautiful or powerful." And as I looked into the mirror, matching her gaze, I cried, "Where have I been all my life?" Thank you. Scroll in my little bookie book here. Okay. Thank you for your patience. This one, of course, is called Love, because I think every poet has a poem called Love, most likely. Love, you have been sandpaper, a rake, pumice stone against my flesh. As I lean into your grit, your strength, your firm, you scrape away. And the parts of me that leave with you aren't the pieces I was prepared to lose. No. What I'd give sits much deeper. I felt safe in your abrasive, reliable, not pliable, reach for the file so you can shape me in your vice. I've been etched into sex with you and sex without. A drink or two, a few, in dimly lit rooms, lie to my sobriety. High on not having, and your grip is tightest in the nights that never seem to end. Love, you become like silk in the sunrise. Red, orange, pink light pours hope and cream white into my morning coffee. Savor this sip right, sip savoring, lips laboring, smoothly you slip down my throat and through my fingers. Traced imprints of our silhouette in mine, the longing gaze won't sink and cannot find what I'd show. No, it sits in places yet seen. Bathe me in sweetness. Let each embrace impart your residue. Shower me in adoration. I'll never wash the scent of you. Who needs a memento when you're gentle, you're amenable, you're tender, plants itself on every surface, draped in not what it seems, opaque velvety velour and satin sheen. Love, please be something in between. And then I have one more, Poet's Choice, actually, so I would love a volunteer. Raise a hand, raise a hand. Oh, hi. My darling, come here, please. What's your name? Rochelle, like Kate Monica. Rochelle? Yeah, well, I go by Monica. Okay, hi, Monica. Hi, I'm Candace. Just scroll and then pick one, and I'll just read it, yeah. Just any of those, like, you could close your eyes and swipe. She's getting into it.
Yeah. It's really cool to like have an exclusive.
All you, all you.
We're gonna have to be poetry fans.
I'm so down.
It's like poetry roulette.
Yeah, just grab one, baby. Trust yourself. She We found it. Okay, awesome. Oh, I'm so glad you picked this. That's perfect. Okay, we're definitely friends. We're soul tied. All right, this last one is called Thank Goddess. I once cursed my feet for running instead of rooting into the dirt, so I could build my home on common ground, but they were giving me the gift of departure. They are the only foundation I've ever required. I used to curse my knees for not sinking far enough below the floor for my prayers to come true. But these are the knees that have held my head when no one offered a shoulder. The same knees that bend me into balance so my spine never has to. I used to curse my womb for refusing to sync her clock with mine and never returning the days she stole from me each month. Yet it is she who used seeds to wake me from my slumber and call me toward my purpose. It is she who reminds me to be grateful for what is now, because it will not be forever. I used to curse the pit in my stomach for its ache, but it said to me, empty cannot feel. It taught me any story of not full, not whole, not enough is a lie. I used to curse my heart for breaking over love not returned, over injustice, over oppression. And the beating in my chest shows me that hearts never really break. They expand and stretch like hide over a drum shell, and each beat gives pace for the rhythm of my battle cry. There will be unity. I used to curse my voice for cracking and shrinking, but she taught me that working with my ears would give her power. And now I sing a loud and proud truth. I used to curse my mind for doubting what I know. But doubt gives room to learn what I do not. And on this head, stacked on this body, a crown rests lightly and firm. I can trust the 18-inch bridge to hold the weight of many worlds. Thank Goddess. Thank you so much.
Let's hear it for Candace.
Woo, Candace! Woo woo! All right, amazing talent.
I had a tight zoom on those pictures, and you'll see it on the screen here. Donna G, look up at the television. Wait, it'll show up here in a second.
All righty, and don't forget about the drink
There they are.
specials. Mixed Wells, $4.25. Go get yourself something delicious from the bar. The only way that this open mic happens is how?
Buy stuff.
Thank you.
Buy, purchase, consume, enjoy.
Yes. All right, Lawson thought
What happened?
Mm-hmm.
There's something next to your sub. Oh, okay. Okay. I was kind of wondering what was going on. I just saw movement. I was kind of doing my talk, and I was like, that threw me off. I'm already getting half blinded by these lights. All right, Lawson thought, who is coming up next?
Coming up next is a voice that's so fresh. He just walked through the door not about a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hear it for Ryan Jones.
Woo!
Thank you very much. Enjoy being here every week now. Trying to get over my shyness and stage fright. So, I write poetry about love and true love and relationships. And, this one is called Forevermore. I've been through a lot of pain in my life. Girlfriends, lovers, and an ex-wife. Taking all that pain times two is nothing compared to you. First, I gave you my heart, and then I gave you my soul. Now all I have, being apart, is this huge gaping hole. For love I cry, now it's gone, feeling like I've been your pawn. Where am I now with no love to feel, never to know what was the deal? The tears will flow forevermore. Whatever happens to me, I don't care. To shatter the silence of the floor, my heart of glass has fallen there. Thank you. This one's called It Takes Two. It takes two to make love real, not some or one or part. It takes two to have each other feel, to open each other's heart. It takes more than just an I love you to show the other that you care. It takes all the love in the hearts of two to show the other you'll always be there. It takes the opening of both your hearts to let each other inside. It takes you high when it first starts, for life is one love sweet ride. It takes patience, caring, and thoughtfulness, and forgiving of each other's faults. It takes putting the other first and emptying life's past pain vaults. It takes two to be in love with each other during the good times and the bad. It takes two to teach you how to be their lover and know they're the best you ever had. This one is I'll Be Here. I'll be right over here just in case you decide to look my way when you chase away your fear and with me you want to stay. I'll be standing in the wing if you think you have a chance, waiting for your heart to sing so again my heart can dance. I'll be sitting at your special place hoping you think of me because you asked me to give you space, so someday we'll become we. I'll be laying in my bed at night while you're laying in your bed at home, thinking of when I held you tight and how sad it is now we're both alone. I never showed you. I never showed you how to be alone all by yourself. I never showed you what it's like not to be by your side. I never showed you when your feelings didn't matter. I never showed you why you didn't mean everything to me. I did show you I meant everything I said. I did show you I'll always be there for you. I did show you that you would be my world. I did show you that you would never have to worry. I never showed you that you could never trust again. I never showed you that you couldn't feel secure. I never showed you that sex is all I needed. I never showed you anything except that you're the one I wanted. You showed me you were capable of love. You showed me all of your doubts. You showed me I can't believe is what you say. You showed me you couldn't be around tomorrow. The last one is I Cry. I cry for the loss of love that I gave from within my heart. I cry for the one I gave it to, for in return she gave me part. I cry for the tears for my true love, because she can't love me in return. I cry for everything that could have been experienced and learned. I cry for all that I had to give, while asking only one thing from her, that she loved me just as deeply as the day that we first were. I cry for her because she can't love the way she always wanted to. Someday, somehow, she'll open her heart and love the way we wanted to do. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Let's hear it for Ryan Jones.
All right, Ryan Jones. Woo! I think he's coming up on you on most prolific writer.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. Did you see all that big stack of paper right there? You got someone coming up on you. Ba-da-boom, 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 ba-da-boom,
No one
ba-da-boom.
can replace me.
No one wants. No. I was going to say something. I'm not
Okay, I don't know if that would be an insult to him or me. Gee. Okay, lots of thought. Who's coming up next?
So, coming up next. Well, it's a voice we haven't heard from in a while, but...
In a long time.
You know what I was just thinking of before I was introducing him? Well, I guess because he's the one who came up with the pun, and it was, I guess, how we I played one of the stingers. What is it, like Smucker's Jam?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, Ernie, you got to pick that right one, okay?
I'm trying to remember which one it is.
Oh, God. Okay. If you get the right one, I'll sing along to it.
It's just going to have to happen because they're numbered, you know.
I know, this is true.
It's not like they have lyrics or anything.
This is true.
But it's a voice we haven't heard from in such a long time, a voice we're so happy to see back, a voice that is truly one and individual. Let's hear it for Jazz One.
What's up, y'all? It feels good to be home, you know. I've been doing this for a while, but like this is my home open mic, and even when I hadn't been home for a while, it's like the prodigal son type vibes. But it's July, and this is one of my pieces that comes back up in July. Every day I ask God to give me a reason to live. And every day God gives me one. And some days it was big and some days it was small. And when signs were small, it caused the most awe. And some days I just feel it and not see it at all. And every once in a while, it was Megan's smile. Megan's smile would chase my clouds away, and so every day I tried to make the girl laugh. And some days were good and some days were bad, but the good days were some of the best I ever had. And on those bad days, I recall the serenity prayer. And when things were too much to bear, she was there. She would rub my back and sing sweet serenades, and it made me feel like everything would be okay. And for a little while, all the world's problems just went away. And now, she's passed away. Dear God, let me be okay. In 9 days, it will be 12 years. And like this month happens over and over. Now, I was talking earlier about how it feels like being home on this stage. Like, I have DJ'd in that corner. I played in a band with this one right here, over there. She stood here. And I've done poetry right here and right there. But one thing I realized, I've done a lot of healing on this stage. You know, I'm not where I was 12 years ago, and I'm happy for that. Little Irish girl, Russian vodka bottle. She lost the war but fought a valiant battle. Addiction and depression can be a lethal combination. Booze became her answer back in her teens. Blackouts that vaporized realities like dreams. Inward anger turned to outward rage. And the one she loved most got the most hate. And let me tell you, she loved me a lot. Bad things happen when you run out of hope. I've been there. I know. When I first heard, my first urge was to go Romeo. Depression is like quicksand. And sometimes you can't see outreached hands when you think you're alone in the dark. Dear God, let me be okay. Every night before I go to sleep, I pray I see her in a dream. Life is now a sad, sad song on repeat. I'm hollow, so hollow, I feel empty, I may just implode. And I'm lost and I don't know where to go. Every song I hear, everywhere I go, everything I see reminds me she's not here with me. This morning, there ain't no sunshine. Inside jokes no longer have punchlines. Memories of sunshine and rain flood my mind. I'm cold and alone in the middle of summertime. But every day I ask God, give me reason to live. And every day, God gives me one. Thank you, guys. I'm Jazz One.
It's not playing. Let me reload the page because it's not the same without. Now it's complete.
Let's hear for Jazz One.
Yeah, I had to dig into my archived emails to find that track. I still had it. No, I never delete anything, but it was there.
So glad he has come back home. But you might be wondering why I'm by myself up here.
Oh, by the way, before you continue, Jazz, Reggie Goodwin's watching in North Carolina. He said, "Jazz, what's up, dude?"
But yeah, you might be wondering why I'm by myself up here. Well, I don't think any better way to close this evening's show than with one of our own. Our third counterpart, my big sister. Let's hear it for Hot Tamale.
I gotta follow that. It's Jazz One is one of the old originals. Back when we had the stage over there, when this didn't even exist, Jazz right over there all the time with his theme music. So hell yeah.
Yeah, that's right. When I first moved to this city,
Huh? Okay. Congrats.
he was like Jazz and Donna Jean were like the first one, other than you, were like the first people I met here in Austin.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so when I wrote this poem, I had been reading a lot of Jim Morrison. Yeah, and going to a lot of concerts, so you'll kind of figure that out. It's called Lifeblood. Oh shoot, that's better. Keep playing the sacrificial music. Notes drip from your fingers, melting, blending, ecstatic dance. Cut me with your songs. Writhing, tangling, orgiastic agonies. Music as S&M, the bass growls in the deep. An ancient monster awoken from his sleep. The guitar shrieks and sings. Its mating calls lovers it brings. The drums, the thunder pulse, reset your heartbeat, make you thrust. Live your fucking life before your organism becomes dust. Oh, good. The kids were already out by the time I said fucking.
But there's speakers outside too, so they can still hear you.
Yeah, but you know, kids listen about 10%, 90%. It's like, ooh, a bug.
Considering, huh? I was like, considering who.
Oh,
their,
look, a bug.
Considering who their parents are, I don't think it matters.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of this video I saw of Gabriel Iglesias, where he was like apologizing to some parents after his act. He's like, "Oh, they hear worse at home," and the 4-year-olds are going, Okay, so.
So we actually have 2 more voices.
All right, 2 more voices. Good. I'm glad it's not me finishing the night.
So returning to the stage, let's hear it for Ramsey.
Woo!
All right, guys. I just dropped an R&B playlist. There's only 4 tracks, so I call it a playlist. But yeah, this is the intro called "It's." Just give me a second, pull it up. Go ahead, do this one, and then I'm gonna turn in. I appreciate you guys. Ramsey, baby. Yeah. Way I see it, you and me, you ain't be it, I ain't be it, so I leave it, don't believe it. How I see it, we ain't breathing the same air, so I feel it, so I flee it, so I be it, so I be it, so I. Baby, we'll get down, do the Molly Molly right around on town. We'll get down, do the Molly Molly right around on the town. Yeah. Yeah. When us, lust, love, drug, sex, money, love, drug, sex, lust, love. When us, lust, love, drug, sex, money, love, drug, sex, lust, love. Lust, love, drug, sex, money, love, drug, sex, lust, love. Way I see it, you and me, you ain't be it, I ain't be it, so I leave it, don't believe it. How I see it, we ain't breathing the same air, so I feel it, so I flee it, so I be it, so I be it, so I. We'll get down, do the Molly Molly right around on the town. We'll get down, do the Molly Molly right around on the town. Yeah. When us, lust, love, drug, sex, money, love, drug, sex, lust, love. Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Let's hear it for Ramsey.
All right, Ramsey.
And now, closing out our night.
Yes.
Yes.
And before you take the long drive home, don't forget about a giant cookie or a muffin over there. They're delicious.
Especially the banana chocolate chip.
Gigante.
No, I'm a classic chick. I go for the blueberry.
Yes.
Very good. It's got that giant sugar crystals on the top.
Yummy.
Yum.
So, ending our night. Let's hear
Afternoon.
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 Okay.
It's not
Ending our
nighttime.
afternoon.
Okay, spoken and heard night.
Yes.
This is our night.
Yes, this is our night. Yes.
Yeah, Ernie B.
Okay,
Yeah.
you tell that to the sun outside.
This is our night, okay? So, ending our night, let's hear it for ending our afternoon, let's hear it for Shad the Beast.
Woo! Shad the Beast.
Hello. My name is Shad, the Beast. A name bestowed upon me, not chosen by me. I just took it and ran with it. I'm gonna do like a little quick thing to see how this goes. Look, Beast. Yeah. I don't know why I've been feeling insane. Yeah. Yeah. I blame my mind, so I'm killing the brain. Yeah. Yeah, cause y'all motherfuckers ain't feeling the flames that's killing the page. Leave it burnt to a crisp when I'm feeling the bass. Well, how about now, motherfucker? Are you feeling the rage? Just a little something I threw together I was playing with. Let's do this. This is a song called War Cry. It takes a lot of energy just to do that one little snippet. Believe that. Look. Yo. I'm precise with this. Yeah, motherfucker, I'm precise with this. Better than I with this. Could give advice for this. Bitch, I'm nice with this. If you don't like it, bitch, then come and fight me, bitch. And I'ma pull this muzzle off and I'ma bite you, bitch. When I grab the microphone, look how excited they get. Like they gon' shot the beast fucking writing again. Hey, hey, no way, hoes. Hey, hey, hey. You don't spray no flames. Hey, hey. They don't know your name, no, no. But I bet they know mine, no. Kill beat, smoke hydro. While I'm cruising through the city with my eyes low. I'm a psycho. I'ma slice those fake ass rappers really thinking that they fly though. I pack nitro. Yeah, I got the heat. I ignite the fuse and ain't no stopping me. I got sticky hands. I never drop the beat. You got rat teeth. You probably talk the police. Hey, yo, and that ain't cool, bro. Don't let them fool you. If they ain't been to class, how they fucking they school you? When these motherfuckers couldn't read a ruler, I'm fucking shot the beat. Stay as cool as a cooler, and I don't need ice for that. Just need a mic for that and a writing pad, and I'm igniting that. Yeah, I set the shit ablaze to get up on stage and put it all up in your face. The way that I do it probably should catch a cold case. The way that I do it, I catch hate from both ways. Never gonna quit, motherfucker. No way. Might as well bring doom while I howl at the moon. My war cry. Yeah, 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 my war cry. Yeah, 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 motherfucker, my war cry. Yeah, 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 my war cry. This is my war cry. Yeah. How y'all feeling? How y'all liking that? Shot the Beast, everybody. I'm gonna do this one, but I'm gonna run out of energy doing it. This is who I am. Hip hop artist. Love this shit. And this is what I am. Hey, hey, hey. I'm an animal. You can't keep me contained in a cage. I'm an animal. Not with a leash or with the chain. I'm an animal. Not with a box or with the cops. I'm an animal. Ah, I'm an animal. Ah, I'm an animal. You can't keep me contained in a cage. I'm an animal. Not with a leash or with the chain. I'm an animal. Not with the box or with the cops. I'm an animal. I'm an animal. I'm an animal. Look, let's stop with the nonsense. You're not gonna stop this. Not with a box of the cops, bitch. I'm a monster like Loch Ness. Godzilla couldn't stomp this. Gorilla, you don't want this. Shot the Beast is monstrous. Approach with caution, cause his fangs are filled with toxins that'll leave your body nauseous. Convulsions is what it causes. After that, your pulse is pausing. Your heart will soon be stopping. Blood leaking like a faucet. I put the nail in the coffin. I'm an animal. Yeah, I'm King Kong from the trees. I'm an animal. Yeah, bitch, I'm Jaws from the seas. You ain't as animal as me. Let's scream, I'm animal and see and leave our animals released. No, not while mine's around, cause I'm a lion now, and you can't cage me or tame me, so bitch quit trying now, or I'ma wild out and start beasting for any reason in any season, cause motherfucker, I'm an animal. I'm an animal. I'm an animal, not with the box or with the cops, I'm an animal. Yeah, I'm an animal. Yeah, I'm an animal. I'm an animal. I'm an animal. I'm an animal. Yeah, I'm an animal. Yeah, I'm an animal. Oh, when I start sweating, that's when I know I'm doing my job. Y'all still with me? Whew. Let's try one more time. Let's do one more. Y'all know what mumble rap is? Do we hate mumble rap in here? Say fuck mumble rap one time. Fuck mumble rap. All right, we're gonna do fuck mumble rap. Shad the Beast, everybody. You can Google me. SH, 2 A's and a D. I think it's time for the bomb, but I ain't Saddam. Still, I think it'd be best if you rang the alarm and raise up your arms. This is a motherfucking stick up, everyone remain calm. I left a bunch of mumble rappers laid out on the lawn. I got sick of sitting back watching these whack motherfuckers collect cash off of trash raps. You fucking lab rats are stuck in a maze. All you motherfuckers act the same and your music is lame. Yo, who's producing the flame and abusing the cage, then diffusing the rage and seducing the page. Then I'm using the stage to put the truth in your face. It's your homie Shad the Beast, swear to God he got heat that'll knock out a mumble rapper's teeth, that'll make him cross the street if he came across me and they seem to have trouble trying to stay on beat. Let me help you right now, put your mic down and pipe down. Biggie and Pac, M50 and Doc, Snoop and Nate Dogs, there was Jay-Z and Nas. Warren G would regulate why the No Limit Soldiers made him say, Young Buck was still young, G-Unit was fun. The game was on top, Ice Cubes and Ice Teas were actually hot. Wu-Tang would go off, and now a moment of silence for the grace that we've lost. We've lost so many greats, everybody. Way before their time. Fuck mumble rap. That's what I like. All right, I'm done. That's gonna be me. That was practice for the show on July 30th. Have a show July 30th at the Carousel Lounge on Saturday at 9 p.m. Come watch me do a full set. I promise I won't be as winded as I am right now. I'm definitely gonna be practicing. Good night, everybody. Shad the Beast.
Let's hear it for Shad the Beast.
Shad the Beast, hell yeah! Look, he's still on the bar monitors.
I'm telling you, we got to start the Kick Butt Musician Fitness Program.
I know. We need to like do inhale, exhale, and all that stuff before we start the show, and give everyone their vitamin B12, stuff like that. Alrighty.
It's like the new reality show.
What?
What would it be called? I'm curious. He said it would be a new reality show.
What exactly?
Musicians Fitness.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What exactly Ernie B calls it?
What would he call it?
I don't know.
Did you say Musicians Fitness Club or something?
Kick Butt's Musician Fitness Program show.
There we go. That sounds good. Very lame, but good. Okay, like I said, this stage always has so much talent. I don't even know what to say anymore. Again, thank you for being here at 6 a.m. artist time. Because honestly, we're usually coming in here at 7 going, oh, what's up? And so to have it at 3, and that's one thing I miss too, Jazz's laugh.
And his sunglasses.
And his shades. All right.
Yeah, his laugh is only second to Brian Lamont's laugh.
This is true.
But yeah, it's right up there.
All right, you ready? Should we do the thing?
Yes.
You have been witness to the best, the baddest open mic in the ATX. Spoken and heard live every Sunday night at Kick Butt Coffee, Music, and Booze. It's not just an open mic, it is a show, not a show without each and every one of you, including you, Jazz. Thank you and good night!
Good afternoon.
Whatever.